Hi, my name is Marci and I am the cat behaviorist for Furry Friends, and today we're going to talk a little bit about play. Play is super important for cats because their basic nature is predatory, right? So out in the wild, they hunt different things. They hunt up to 20 times a day, but we bring cats inside and they can become bored, they can become stressed. That leads to behavior problems like going outside of the litter box. And especially in a shelter setting, it's really important that we give these kitties some outlet for their energy and stress relief. And play is one of the best ways to do that. Now, there are several types of toys we can use for cats. The first one is self-play toys. These are things like little mice, like these, or little balls, like this, little springs. Even this is a self-play toy. There's a little puffy thing in here, and you can put anything in here, and cats will bat around in it. The appeal of these type of toys is because they resemble ground-dwelling prey. So this is like a mouse, and cats love to bat these underneath furniture. It's what mice would naturally do. Unfortunately, these can lose their novelty really, really fast, right? So cats get bored with these, especially as they get older. These are great for younger cats, but older cats need a little bit more mental stimulation. They've kind of figured out that this is not a real mouse. The next type of toy we have is called battery operated. And these are a little bit better because they can be fairly random and you don't have to really do anything other than turn it on. And so this is a laser pointer, and you can set the speed, and this is actually pretty cool because it has a timer so you don't totally run out the battery. And a lot of battery operated toys don't have an automatic timer to turn them off. So this just has two laser pointers on it, and it'll go around the room and your cats can chase it. The other toy we have here is the Pounce toy, and this features kind of a random moving mouse going in and out of little mouse houses, and it kind of goes at different speeds, a little bit random. I think the battery is a little bit dead, so I'm just going to turn that off. These also get a little bit old for cats. Batteries can die, they get used to them, they get boring after a while. So these aren't my favorite toys to use with cats. My favorite toy is an interactive wand toy, and it'll be your cat's favorite toy too. All right, these are magical for cats. The only toy that can take your cat through the entire prey sequence is an interactive wand toy. And this is your key to the magical cat kingdom of play. I mentioned the prey sequence. Now, cats, when they hunt, and I'm talking all cats, go through 4 steps in a prey sequence. The first step is staring. This is a little bit boring to you and me when we're trying to play with our cat and the cat just stares at your toy. You think that they're not interested, but no, it's the first step in the prey sequence, and it's the one that gets their brain activated. The next step is stalking and chasing, and this is a little bit more active. The next step is the pouncing and grabbing, and your cat will do this over and over and over. And then the last step is the kill bite. So wand toys are really the only toy you can use that will take your cat through every single step of the prey sequence. And that's why wand toys are so great. Now, in Furry Friends Halfway House, we do have some special wand toys because some kitties really do need a little bit more play time than other cats. This, for example, has a little tag on it, and it says it's for Truffles. Truffles loves the mouse. He loves this toy, and we do not want to take this away from him, and he needs specific play for his particular needs. Dash has specific toys. So if you see a little tag on a toy, please don't move it from its location. It's for a special cat. Okay, so there are several different types of wand toys, and we're going to demonstrate these. I promise this video is not just me standing here being boring. But the different wand toys are based on the different types of prey that cats get in the wild. So the first toy that we have is Truffles' mouse toy. So yes, rodents are a huge component of a predatory cat's diet. And you're going to want to play with this toy like it's a real mouse, right? So along the floor, skittering around, behind objects, cats love that. The next one is this feather. Some cats are more aerial predators and they love to get birds just out of the air. And so this is the toy you're going to want to use for that type of cat. And it's going to move through the air, flittering around, and it's going to move very differently than a mouse. Next, we have snakes and reptiles. But you can use this type of toy. It's just a long fleece string, and you move it on the ground like it's a snake. The final toy is a bug. You can use a laser pointer for bug, but there's also specific lures, I don't think we have any in the house right now, that resemble bugs. And these can move all over the place, totally erratic. The downside of using a laser pointer to play the game bug is that there's nothing for the cat to bite onto at the end. So they can't really perform a kill bite, which is why I prefer to use a wand toy with a lure at the end. So there you have it. I think we're going to try to demonstrate these. Dash is very excited right now to get some action. So we're going to do that next. So Truffles is taking a little nap, but we're kind of trying to activate him with these feathers on his mouse toy to get him a little bit excited about playing. Because we know he likes this toy. Yes, very much. Now, ideally, to give a cat a really good workout, you want them chasing and leaping up into the air, especially if they're playing with a bird toy. Now, this isn't my favorite type of wand toy just because feathers on a stick have a little bit restricted movement, but they're actually really good for shyer cats who might be a little bit more scared of things that fling around and move faster. So, and you can hide their visibility too. Cats really like going after things that are only partially visible, like that. It's important not to annoy the cat you're trying to play with too. Like you don't want to just bat this in his face or hit him in the face with the toy part. Because you want him to have a good experience with the toy so that he knows that playtimes are fun and not annoying, and so that he wants to play on a regular basis. Yes. Now, will he come down onto the ground? That is the question. Oh, here he goes. Like I said, cats really like it when a toy gets hidden or partially hidden. It's acting like a mouse. It's not flinging around in the air. It's acting like a mouse. I'm wiggling it a little bit, so it's moving kind of like a mouse would. Oops. Let's see if I can get this on the next level so he comes down even further. Oh, put it on the floor. This is the staring phase that I was talking about, where we think it's maybe not so exciting, but you can see that Truffles is getting more and more engaged the longer this phase goes. So he is staring and he is getting ready to move into stalking. Maybe if I bring this behind my foot, he'll say, oh. He's like, no, I want to play with it up here. What'd you do to it? So exciting. There we go. Dash is into it. Okay, he's going to go through it again. Sometimes when cats are playing, their attention wanes after a few seconds, and that's not unusual. You can either stop and give them a break for a minute, or you can let them get back to it. And what's really fun with a wand toy like that has a feather on it is that in the wild, if a cat nabs a bird out of the air, it'll fall onto the ground and kind of flop around. And so you let the cat kind of catch their prey. But then, oops, it's back flying again. Dash. So you'll learn what kinds of toys kind of set each cat off and how long they like to play. Ideally, I recommend 2 play sessions a day, 10 to 15 minutes long. And a lot of cats don't really know how to play very well because they haven't had the practice of being in play. But the more persistent you are, the better it will go. And the more a cat's confidence grows, the more they will play. So you can always tell when your cat is making progress and your cat is feeling better by how well she plays. And apparently, Dash is still into playing. He just is taking a couple little breaks here and there, but he is still kind of pouncing about. And look, he's going to turn his back to me and do some displacement grooming. You know, I don't know how often our cats are getting played with, but I would definitely like to see each cat get 2 play sessions a day. With shyer cats, with shyer cats, it's a little bit more difficult. Some of them are really scared quite easily by toys, so you have to move a little bit slower with them and start out with something that doesn't move so erratically. So that's, you can use the wand end of the toy, just move it like this, and they can bat at it. Or you can take, like I said, the stick with an actual feather burst at the end. Those tend to be a little bit less intimidating as well. And then they can graduate up to a more quick-moving, erratic wand toy with their play sessions. Dash is having a good old time. He's gotten to the point where he's now laying on his back to play, and that may indicate that he's getting a little tired. But those were some pretty good jumps he got in. It's always good to let your cat get the lure occasionally, because what fun is a game where you never catch the lure? Okay. Doing some kill bite action right there. Yeah. Good boy, Dash. Good boy. Your cat may grab the toy and then kick it with its back legs. Place it on its tummy and kick it with the back legs. That's actually a disemboweling technique for small animals like rabbits. But it's all part of the prey sequence.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of room in here, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you get it. Fearsome predator. Get it. Oh. Can you hear her breathing? She's gonna walk away with her prey. She even growled at it. This cat is an expert at kill bite, for sure. For sure. Let's go here. He's gonna get his prey. Get it. She might be more of a mouser if she's liking things on the ground. Kind of springing out like that is a little bit more of a mousing type movement. She can go both ways. one cat at a time. Because if you try to play with two cats at once, depending on their relationship, they can, one can get crowded out, or they may not enjoy playing with the other cat. Like Puff doesn't really seem to enjoy playing with Shadow. But Puff appears to have an easier time playing if it's just herself, which can be a little difficult in an environment like this, because these rooms are fairly small. But what you can do is take the more active, interested cat and play with that cat first, and wear that cat out, and play with the less active cat second, or the one that may have been crowded out. Well, Puff hasn't really engaged in any kill bite action, but that's okay. So playtime can be challenging, but it's supposed to be fun for both the cats and the people playing. Some cats have an instinct to play just right off the bat, like Boo here. Other cats need some practice to get more in the habit of playing. So if you try to play with a cat and it doesn't really seem to work, try to play with a different toy, or try playing in a different way. Perhaps the toy isn't moving in a way that is striking the cat's fancy. Just be persistent. It's really important that the Furry Friends cats get adequate exercise and both physical and mental stimulation, and playtime with the wand toy is the easiest and quickest way to do that. So please, every time you're over here, make sure to give at least one cat a good go with the wand toy. Thanks.